Still no. I mean, that was all I can say is that was a hole that won that one. We didn't play a very good game. We looked like an undisciplined football team at times tonight. We made some silly penalties. Don't know what to attribute that to because we don't practice those kind of things, especially personal fouls. That kind of got under my skin. They had a couple, we had a couple, but we got to be a much more disciplined football team if we want to make a run at this thing. Hats off to Tennessee Tech. Your heart goes out to Coach Brown because they've lost, I think, 3 or 4 games just like that. Leading going into the fourth quarter. But what I can say about our kids, they were resilient. They fought hard. There were some times there we could have given up when they got the ball down there in the red zone the last time. Defense got a big sack, and we were able to push them back, and they got them on the edge of their field goal range. Kid missed a field goal, and our offense did what they do in 2 minutes on Tuesday. Drove down the field and scored. That's what we expected those guys. And just hats off to these kids. These gentlemen played a great game today. We've got to continue to get better. And we're still a little nicked up, but hey, give God the glory on this one now. I'm telling you, that wasn't, but just by God's grace that we won that game, I'm telling you.
Didn't seem to have a whole lot of offensive rhythm, even though you moved the ball up and down the field.
Well, I beg to differ there. I thought the offense played well. We just didn't play well in the red zone. I mean, we drove the ball down the field and got it inside the 20 a couple of times. We had a fumble down there. One time, Trav got the ball down there, which I couldn't see it, but it looked like he was down. But, we'll have to look at that on film. But by any rate, I thought the offense played well in between from the 30 to the 30. We just stalled in the red zone up until that last touchdown there. I guess that was the one that counted.
Good to see some justice done for Jim and Godfrey after a tough game last week. He comes out and saves you guys a few times.
Yeah, I mean, we know Jamie can make big kicks. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's been our guy all year. He's the leading field goal percentage guy in this league. He's probably got the most points scored. So we rely on Jamie an awful lot. We feel really good about him. And anytime you got a weapon like that, you're not afraid to kick field goals. So, I mean, I wasn't nervous, not one bit, putting him out there. But, he did get the boys off the hook tomorrow because I told him if he made that last one, they called a timeout. They iced him last week. So when they called a timeout this week, I went out there to the numbers and just said, hey, you make this one, we ain't running tomorrow. So they kind of holding me to that.
You had 61 seconds left. Did you say something to the team before the offense before they ran out there?
No, I just kind of stayed to myself. I said, we need to go score. That was about the gist of my conversation. We were too busy trying to get things right on the headset, what we were going to do. And, we knew we had to be in 2-minute mode, and we had to keep the ball to the sidelines or get first downs. If we got a first down, we had to get up there and clock it. Those were things that was going on in that huddle.
So what was the play called with 1 second?
We just had a sprint out. If you get into our play calling, it sounds like Matt Hasselbeck calling 60H wheel, wide drive, zero this. So I can't remember all that. I'm a defensive coach. So it was a sprint out. And, AC did a good job. He was covered at first. He kept working in the end zone, and Mike found him. He made a heck of a catch.
How much, given what happened last week and losing at the end, how much does this for your team to show the resilience, considering they couldn't punch it in all day? Finally, when it counted.
Well, we did this last week. We drove the ball down there, and what I feel like was a winning field goal, but, out came the hanky, and, we had to go play overtime. So, I mean, this is the second week in a row where we had to drive the ball down and put ourselves in position to win, and our offense has done that. Maybe we need to just tell them it's 2 minutes in the first quarter, and, and maybe we'll get more points in the first half.
You had to feel confident, though, because of what they did last week, what they did against Eastern here, that they could get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of confidence in our kids. And, even if things hadn't gone our way, I still got confidence in this football team. We're a very young team. I mean, man, you look out there and you see those guys scratching and fighting, and you just got to realize sometimes, a kid loses contain or a kid does this and that, and you're getting at them. But, it's a lot of redshirt freshmen and sophomores out there playing on defense. And I don't think we got about 3 seniors on the offense. And, Roger got nicked up a little bit today, Rogers Gaines, and he didn't play half of the third and the fourth quarter, so that was a big concern for us. But Robert Myers, another sophomore offensive lineman, filled in admirably for him and did a great job. Yeah, he took a knee to the head, and it was one of those things where I think the lights went out immediately. But, he's up, he's talking. I just visited with him before I came in here in the training room. He's having some trouble remembering, when the interception was and did we win or not. But he was more concerned about if we won the football game than his own health. But he's sitting up, he's doing well. We'll have to monitor him tonight. Yeah, possible concussion, and we'll just see where that goes. But,
What do you think was the reason for Travis Knight was ducked in the fourth quarter. I think he had 2 yards. No, he didn't have any net.
I mean, let's talk about the positive, man. How many yards did he have for the game? He had 130-some yards. He didn't have that many in the fourth quarter because we were throwing the football trying to come back, you know. And it doesn't, you know, when you get behind the clock, I mean, you can't run the ball. You run the ball, seconds run off the clock. So we were trying to throw past the football, and he did his job in the pass game. He caught a good swing pass there and was able to get the ball down and out of bounds to set us up in scoring position. So I wouldn't say he was not productive in the fourth quarter, but again, they started loading the box a little bit. You know, we got to go to what we do, and that's if they put too many in the box, you got to find some receivers. And, you know, AC and Travis James, Weldon Garlington, I mean, you name it. Those guys had some good days today, and Mike did a good job finding them.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.